Just first of all, deal with the Passport Office strikes that were announced just a day or so ago. 5 weeks of strike action. How's that going to affect people who are trying to renew or get their passport?
I am really sorry to say it's already affecting things. Here's what we're expecting. So during the 3rd of April to the 5th of May spell, when workers at 7 passport offices across England, Wales and Scotland will walk out, you could see, I calculate, as many as 1 million applications in normal times. Now, as we saw this time last year, the Passport Office was facing serious problems keeping up with demand even when it was working normally. So naturally, people are anxious. And what we are seeing is basically panic. Renewals of passports have already started. I've been checking. There's a very good Twitter feed on passport waiting times and fast track appointments and so on. And they say that effectively all the short notice appointments have been booked up. And largely, I'm sorry to say, that is people renewing their passport when they don't need to. I've just heard from a chap called Charlie, whose wife is extremely anxious about their holiday to Florida in September. Now, I checked and their passports are valid till May 2024. So actually, they can go to Florida anytime they want to, up till the day of expiry. But there's so much nonsense online saying you need at least 6 months validity, which is absolutely not the case for many of our popular destinations, or your passport runs out after 10 years. Complete nonsense, but I'm afraid fueling a lot of concern among people and persuading them to apply unnecessarily early. So even the strike call, which we woke up to yesterday morning, is enough to cause significant problems.
Well, Simon, just clear up some of that misinformation that people are seeing online. What are the rules on passports and travel then?
OK, my passport had its 10th birthday last week, so I can't use it for getting to Europe. The rules for Europe are that your passport mustn't be older than 10 years on the day you travel to the European Union, and it must have at least 3 months validity remaining at the end. Those two conditions are completely independent. You look at the issue date. Is it less than 10 years old? Yep, that's fine. You look at the expiry date. Is there at least 3 months remaining when I plan to come back? Yes, it's fine. And for many, many countries, including, for instance, the US, Canada, Australia, Japan, there is no 6-month validity. It's complete nonsense. And you can find out what the actual rules are just by searching online, tap in Foreign Office and the name of your country, and that will tell you the actual entry requirements, as opposed to all the nonsense which is, I'm sorry to say, posted online. And I do give notice to anybody who is putting out this fake news. You're causing a lot of harm, and I will try and persuade you that you should not be.
Yeah, thank you for that, Simon. Anxiety, too, for those people who've had that in their heads for a long time. And also, there are going to be strikes called by security guards at T5 at Heathrow Airport over the Easter holidays. I mean, what are your concerns, thoughts, feelings about the disruption that could lead to?
OK, let me remind people what the score is. These are members of the Unite Union. Their General Secretary, Sharon Graham, says they are being paid, quotes, poverty wages for very difficult, stressful work. And this is purely 1,400 security staff working at Terminal 5, which effectively runs the majority of British Airways flights. Now, if you're flying from anywhere else at Heathrow, there is no need to worry. The strike is set to start on the 31st of March and continue until the 9th of April. And clearly, of course, aimed at Easter holiday getaways. Now, the airport says that they will have contingency plans in place. But again, even when there weren't any strikes last year, we saw at a number of airports long security queues. So it's going to be a worry. My experience, though, of disputes like this is that, given the huge amount at stake in terms of people's holidays and the hundreds of millions of value in flight tickets, that a solution will be found. But I absolutely agree agree it's another piece of anxiety that travellers, after here we are today, a year after travel restrictions due to COVID were finally lifted in the UK. We just want to make up for lost sunshine and lost ski trips, lost city breaks and so on, get some Mediterranean sun or visit a Florida theme park. And more obstacles seem to be being put in the way.
Awesome South Carolina sun, as you're probably enjoying yourself, Simon. All right, I do appreciate your time this morning, Simon. Always good to speak to you. Thank you.